Hey, what's up, GVA subscribers? My name is Batman, also known as BatmanDobbins, also known as Dobbins FTW, but you can call me whatever you like. You can call me Mary frickin' Poppins. I don't care. The point is, I make Call of Duty videos, and I'm here today to share one of those videos for your viewing pleasure, and I hope you enjoy it. Anyways, I'm a tips and tricks guy, so I'm just gonna jump right into it here. First mistake that the enemy team made is that they forgot to capture their home flag. That's a big mistake that a lot of people make. You see it in public matches a lot. I think this might have been a full party and they all just kind of planned to rush for B. But anyways, I make them pay for it because I end up capturing C. And at this point, they've lost their home base. They have nowhere really to spawn. They're spawning erratically. And since they're spawning erratically, it makes it pretty easy to kill them because they don't know where they're going. And since they're dying so quickly, as you see here, we take a triple cap pretty early on. Anyways, playing on Nuketown, and a lot of people have struggles with this map. A lot of people say to me that they have, problems doing well on this map consistently. Like, everyone can get that one good, amazing game on Nuketown, but a lot of people just have trouble doing it repeatedly, consistently, again and again and again. And so I'm here today to talk to you guys about the tips, the tricks, and the strategies that I use to always do well on this map. Now, you're going to have to play aggressively to do this, but if you can do it correctly, you should be able to pull off at least a 2 or 3 KD every time. You'll always contribute to a win for your team. And depending on the length of the game, you should be able to get like a large amount of kills. In this game, I break 80 kills, and I do it, I don't want to say easily, but it wasn't like an amazing miracle game. I can consistently break 50 kills on this map because of the size of the map and because of this strategy. Now, the strategy I use is pretty simple to understand. As quickly as humanly possible, I get into the enemy's spawn. Not necessarily the very back of their spawn, but I get into this little house. Each home spawn, each home flag has its own house. They're parallel. If you've played Nuketown, you've probably already figured that out. I get into whichever house is on the enemy's side, so whichever house is their house. Once I'm in there, I set up my motion sensor, and then it's as easy as picking off the red dots as they come. Now, what are the benefits to this? One, you get a lot of kills because it's a very, very high traffic area. The spawning on Nuketown is very fixed just because of the small size of the map. Pretty much everyone is going to spawn in that backyard behind this house, and when that happens, they're going to want to run straight into the action. And so to do that, they're going to run straight through this house most of the time. And since they're not expecting, a deadly assassin to be running around in their freaking kitchen, and since I can see them on my motion sensor, I quickly pick them off and then get back into a spot where I can pick off more red dots. And the important thing is to stay moving. Don't just sit at the top of the staircase, don't just sit behind the bed in the room, but you'll see throughout the video, I'm picking some guys off on the first story, I'm picking them off outside on the balcony, I'm picking them off out through that window, and it's great because it greatly irritates the enemy. And what it does is the enemy gets so pissed off at you because you're killing them so often and so much that they completely forget to go and rush to the B flag, and instead they start rushing into this building like chickens with their freaking heads cut off, and they keep rushing in there to try and kill you. But since you have your motion sensor, since you're set up, it's like, the storming of Normandy, except in this case you don't lose because you're the Germans aiming down at the whatever. That was a terrible analogy. Never mind. Point is, you get easy kills, and the enemy forgets to cap flags because they're so busy trying to kill you inside their little house. And at that point, it comes a lot down to gun skill. But if you have the proper gun for the situation, it shouldn't be too difficult. You see here, I'm using the MP5K. Any submachine gun will work in this situation. You just want to make sure that you have a big enough clip, because if you use an SMG like the MPL, you're going to get screwed over because the MPL has such a such a high rate of fire and then such a small clip that it has to be reloaded pretty much after every kill. And so since this is such a high traffic area, you're not going to have time to reload in between each kill. You're going to kill a guy, and then immediately after that, some other guy is going to run in there, see his dead body, and if he sees you reloading, you're done. You see here, I'm using Warlord on my MP5K. I have my red dot, and then I also have extended mag. So I have 45 bullets. I can basically pick off 2 or 3 guys, and then I reload when I feel that it's, a safe situation. And that's what you want to think about. Make sure that when you're doing the strategy, you have like an MP5K, a Spectre, 74U, obviously, but you want to make sure you have enough ammunition to hold out, and you want to make sure that you don't have to reload in between each kill. So guns like the Mac 11, the MPL, they won't do very well there, even though SMGs are designed for this kind of close quarters combat, and it is close quarters combat. Assault rifles won't do you as much good here, because all your fighting is pretty much going to take place in like a 5x5 square foot room, whether it's, you know, the downstairs living room, the kitchen, this bedroom, etc., etc. Now, the other cool thing I wanted to mention about this strategy is that you notice every now and then the enemy team captures my team's home flag, and when that happens, the first thing I do is I just immediately jump on their home flag or their previous home flag. So if I'm, you know, sitting here in this C building, as soon as the enemy takes A, I'll just jump on C. And so the great thing about that is that your team pretty much always has a guaranteed double cap. Your team will not lose. And that's what I like so much about this, you know, tactic, is that it helps win. It gets you a lot of kills. You can pull off a good KD, and if nothing else matters, it's a blast to do, you know, just to mow kids down when they're not expecting it. That's the best. Anyways, that's just what I thought I would share with you about Nuketown. Admittedly, this is going to take some practice, but once you get it right, this will work wonders. It's a great way to play the map, and it's a great way to, you know, have a good time playing Call of Duty at 2 in the morning in your underpants or whatever. Anyways, wrapping it up here, you see I'm using this gunship. I'm just shooting right into their backyard. I'm mowing them down. It's probably been my best gunship on this game so far. If you've watched this entire video, thank you. I love you. If this did get uploaded to GVA, I want to thank, you know, the GVA people, whoever runs the whole shenanigans, and hope you enjoyed. This is Batman, signing out.